It is just an hour before game time. And this is the pregame show. Tex Homer, Lando, Coach Dub. This is where we just hang out the hour before the game. Loose structure, really just chat with y'all in the chat and see what's up and what you guys are thinking. Head over to InsideTexas.com, though, guys. You can join for just $1 single and you get a full year of access to The Athletic. If you're watching on TV, laptop, whatever, you can pause right here, scan this QR code. It'll take you straight to the link. It'll apply your promo automatically, all of that. And, of course, this was brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. We're opening up SEC play, boys, against a struggling Florida that is hard to put your finger on why they're having so much trouble. If you just pause a freeze frame of them before the snap, you're like, good-looking team. You just put a box around Jaden Ball. You're like, that's a hell of a running back. Their number 2 back's out, so can't talk about him. But I thought they had a really good 1-2 punch there at running back. Receivers have had trouble getting open, though. Offensive line can't pass block. And Lagway's decision-making paired with inconsistent mechanics have led to this extreme frustration on the offensive side of the ball for them. Now, they've had a bye week. They're a wounded animal. I mean, losing this game realistically could be a nail in the coffin for Napier. So they have all of the catalyst to try something new. The key is just, does that new work versus the Texas defense? So kind of what are the initial thoughts you guys have on Florida's offense?
Man.
Coach. Go ahead.
It's bad. I don't think there's no cohesion. I don't even understand what they're trying to do half the time. You know, I went back and tried to watch some of Napier's offense at Louisiana. These are the Raging Cajuns. It's like, is he trying to implement that scheme over here in Florida? Like, I don't think that 1500 players you recruit over here. I feel like you had to do that there where you were at, but well, I don't know what he's trying to do in Florida, what he's trying to accomplish. It just seems like no cohesion. It reminds me of the Texas offense when you had Sean Watson, honestly. Like, it's like, what are we doing? It's like, oh, next year we're going to change it up. We're just going to go faster tempo, but we're going to run the same plays. It's like, it's no thought put into it. I'm not sure what they're trying to get accomplished over there, but it's not good whatsoever, man. I don't know, man. Just like you said, this can be nail in the coffin for him today, honestly. And we hold the cards, and I think we're going to play the right hand.
I go back and forth, actually. Kind of curious to hear what you guys think about like their fan base, because I know Florida Gators fans personally. A couple of them I went to college with, and I try to keep in as regular contact, routine contact as I can. We really only talk to each other middle of the SEC season in the middle of the fall each year, but that's where our common ground is. But it's like it seems like the energy from them, which I would be hard pressed to imagine it not being the same throughout a large majority of the fan base, at least. It's they just can't wait for the post Napier era. So it's almost just kind of like they're waiting for it to happen, you know, like maybe, hey, do us a favor type thing. I don't know if that's the case or not, but in the same breath, you know, my initial takeaways when I was doing my prep for the game was, all right, you're still 1-3. You got a top 10 team coming into your house. You know, it is the University of Texas that everybody loves to hate because of the brand, right? And the just the awareness that it creates. But I could kind of see it going both ways, but I'm kind of curious what you guys think about that, you know, as far as the energy in the stadium. What are we expecting? And also the weather, it looks like it's not going to be nearly as bad as anticipated when Vegas went crazy with a 10-point drop for the point total and then a 3-point spread closure in favor of Florida. So that was kind of weird, but stadium energy, what do y'all think about
Florida's
that?
favored now? Or it just got
so,
closer to Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they closed the gap a little bit.
I was like, what do they know, dude? That's scary.
Again, and now it's showing me, unless I'm crazy, it's showing me clear skies, which I don't know what else.
I don't think
aside from a quarterback injury makes a point spread drop 3 points just like that, unless it's just ridiculous inclement weather. And so the point total was also interesting to me. That's what sort of confirmed that it was a weather-related spread and point total dip, because you don't see 3-point jump unless it's a quarterback that's just unexpectedly out. But then also when you pair that with 10-point drop in the point total, I'm like, okay, it's got to be just heavy wind and rain that they're expecting to cause. Because I don't otherwise know
why would the weather? To me, it's like, why does the weather affect one side of the spread? That's like just saying that it affects just Texas. Like, it should be the spread shouldn't move with weather. It should be proportional. Go down for Texas, go for Florida. The spreads should, I can see point totals, but it's
so that's why I posed, just hypothesizing. Okay, Vegas doesn't think Texas is as physical as Florida. I'm led to that conclusion based on that data and that information. Of course, I disagree. I don't think we're going to find out about that today, obviously, but now it's showing me that the looks like sky's clearing up. There's a 30% chance of rain at 1 p.m. Then by 2 p.m., I'm showing partly cloudy and sunny skies. So I think
it'll be fine. And to act like Texas doesn't rain in Texas. It's like, it's not as humid as Florida. Florida's definitely more humid, but we have the humidity too here. So it's not like we're just like it's not like we're going to play in a 10-degree snowstorm. So as long as it's not like an actual thunderstorm and the wind's not whipping, I really think this is kind of overplayed, besides the fact that it'll likely end up with more of a running focus. But I think this could be if you're a want to get rid of Napier guy, this could be a problem, right? Say Florida does win, you're just extending the inevitable, because that schedule is, I think everyone they still play is ranked. And so it's just, you're kind of extending the inevitable. Do they come out and fight for them? We don't know. But they've had a week to plot. They do have talent. They're still dangerous in that regard. Their dysfunction is something happening off the field. It's not translating, but it's not an athlete problem. So theoretically, just how we talked with the Texas offense, it just needs to click, right? We have guys. They just need reps. Like, you have to extend this argument to Florida as well, because frankly, these offenses are pretty similar.
That's a great point.
You're right.
And what they struggled with. So that's what I'd figure out. The big thing for Lagway, and it was last year, he was completing like over 50% deep. And that's, fans and media, they love this play style. That's very collegey. But if you looked at the numbers, he struggled intermediate and he struggled short. So he wasn't quarterbacking. Right. He was single reading, and then he was deadly accurate when he did. But the weirdest part this year is ADOT's second to last in the SEC. It's around 6. So there's some also decision here to limit Lagway, and that's what Lagway's best trait is. Of course, that can be influenced by the defense and the safeties and all of that. But you think you would try to force – they took away his weapon, which was hitting you deep, and now they're not even calling things deep that often. Mm-hmm. When they do throw it, I don't blame him, because he does weird stuff and forces it. But if it's like they're not even giving Lagway any ability to show what he did last year too.
Right. No, I feel the exact same way. And maybe, I don't know, they want to go more pro style, try to run the ball, set up deep play action shots. But since they can't really run the ball, then maybe they don't have that. I don't know, but you should simplify the offense. Like, make it one read. Go spray it with a quarterback like that. Like, I'm not saying do that versus Texas. I don't want you to figure it out this week, but do something else that fits DJ Lagway. If he's completing high percentage balls deep, I'm going to take a bunch of deep shots, and I'm going to go spread, bunch formation, whatever, to help my guys get free releases, whatever the case. But it seems like they're just stuck, and this is my offense. This is what we're going to run. It works. It's the players. It's not the plays, So it's like, when you get to that point, I feel like
the whiteboard, it's perfect on the whiteboard, right?
Yeah.
I do like the NFL offense. Like, they Big 12 personnel, very deep concepts. Like, they're running stuff at NFL depth. Like, but we're not in the NFL. Like, when are these coaches going to realize? Like, we don't need to. If you want to go to the NFL, go to the NFL. But it's like college offense works. But some of these coaches, man. But I get it. It's not like you can't just change your offense. These are interconnected plays that have generally been built over a decade of experience in putting things together. So when we're just like, just change the offense, is like it's like telling a business to change their business model. It's like, okay, well, I need to hire different people, fire different. It's not that simple. But it's not working for whatever reason. But we'll have to see after the bye if they were able to figure it out. My thing is just, look, man, run the hell out of Jaden Baugh obsessively. Yeah. And then when Texas finally has to lament, because he is at like 5.9 yards per carry, Texas will have to adjust if he's having that level of success. And then now you have the PA shots or play action shots, because they're a big team. They're going to have the 12 personnel. You're going to have the ability to protect, a good running back, and DJ's good deep.
Right.
All three of these factors work. So it's like, why not do that style? We just have to see how elite Texas is. That's the thing on defense.
I just don't see guys like Cole Brevard and Hero Canoe getting pushed around. In theory, I understand exactly what you're saying. It's a perfect scenario for fireworks, right, if you will. But it's your point a minute ago was good. I wanted to elaborate on that just a hair, because I touched on it yesterday myself, and I think it's worth noting. Texas fans, I think, in my opinion, would be foolish just to say, like, given what we've seen with our own offense and our own set of adversity with the quarterback in particular, right? And maybe some of the inefficiencies and the lack of explosivity on the ground and, mixing and matching with tight end combinations and trying to figure out who's left guard and just getting all everything all in, just to be harmonious in the running game, right? Figuring out who they are. I think Texas fans can't really call themselves honest or objective if they have seen what Arch has had to kind of go through in his own right with him and DJ Lagway's ability physically, right? Their skill set. You can't just expect what we have seen to be what we will continue to see. Now, in the same breath, this is not a get right defense either. But they're also getting one of their more important weapons back in Dallas Wilson, albeit a true freshman. But point being is that DJ Lagway, if they can find some success on the ground, which I don't think that they will, but if they can, we can't just assume that the DJ Lagway that we have seen is going to be the DJ Lagway that we do get, especially after a week off to sort of get things right and sort of fine-tune with a fine-tooth comb, self-assessment, self-evaluation, figure out what you're really good at, and maybe tweak some things. So Billy Napier I
was just going to say the problem is like Texas defense versus 12 personnel has always been awesome. Like, remember Kansas State would try to run it. Like, that's the dumbest thing you could do. Like,
give me Trey Moore at the second level. I'll take it, please. Thank you.
Well, spread us out. Like, that's historically been what it's been. Like, even when we were good on defense, Clemson was able to make it work. Like, how you test the Texas defense is by spreading them out. Exactly. Like, trying to go 12 personnel and bully ball, especially with what we have on the interior this year, again, is a losing proposition. So it's like, if you want to be Texas defense, you need a ton of speed on the outside, Mississippi State. Then you need some type of like mobile quarterback, like a pair of Mississippi State receivers with Mateer, right? Like that's what you need. That's what stresses PK and Hez. But every time I've seen someone like try to bully us, it does not work. They might get a drive in the game, like at some point, but they're pro style. They're not built for the spread thing. So I think you're right, Landon, 100%. Like the answer for their offense is to lean on Bob, but that's not necessarily the answer in the context of facing the Texas defense.
Exactly. I don't think they have the guys up front to do it. They're not Georgia. They're not Arizona State or Ohio State. Like only a few teams can do that.